Hello guys, yeah, BRV, and it's August, the second weekend of August. Yep, the dog days of summer. Bobby's ranch is still closed at this point because of bees problems. We can hopefully get back on the horse as soon as possible. Hopefully the weather's going to be cooperating over here. But the main stories this week is, first of all, the companies are right now disclosing the new loot boxes things here, and all they're saying is that you need to give us the chances of the loot boxes. That's a weak statement because, I mean, these loot boxes, they should not be in here whatsoever. You buy a game, I mean, you should, not have to pay anymore. And these people will say, oh, it's cosmetics. No, it's not. Because what they're it's really saying is that, they're putting the progression stuff away and they're locking it in behind the things here. So what I mean is that say, oh yeah, you're gonna have to grind to get your things powerful enough, unless you wanna pay, or like this here. It's like a really big speed bump that you have to go through to beat the game. That is unless you pay to get your things just strong enough to be able over here. Now, there's also a new development that is today. The FCT has held a hearing about the loot boxes, and there's about the consumer rights advocate group versus ESA and them. The ESA has came out again and arrogant, saying that loot boxes is the way for the things here, and as a matter of fact, loot boxes do not constitute gambling. It's a thing that you can get every single time. That it's a perk and egg that you get between these loot boxes here, and it doesn't affect the things here. Loot boxes are enjoyable, blah 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 blah, and like that. Now let me get this thing here. No matter how you slice it, loot boxes are gambling. You've seen what the problems have happened on the things here. Kids were wiping out bank accounts on this one here because the kid has brought into an addiction here. And this is from a FIFA game. That was from everyone here. And now Crash Team Racing is now entering the loot box phase here. So tell me, is loot boxes gambling or is it not? All right. You've seen horror stories of people spending thousands on loot boxes. And to you saying that games are expensive to produce and that we rely on them, what kind of excuse in this if you have CEOs making billions a year, or having a billionaire CEOs, and also, I mean, the CD Projekt Red, they spend a lot of money on games. I don't see any loot boxes in CD Projekt Red. They treat customers like human beings. But no, Activision, EA, and all these companies, no. They treat them like numbers. And they say out their arses, saying that loot boxes are surprise mechanics. Hey, you get a surprise every time you have a little loot box. No, it ain't. Now, the consumer rights advocates like this, my stance is no loot boxes. Also, I think there are better ways to monetize the games. Third-party DLC. Monetize user-generated content. It's just, this news that is coming out today, and like we have these consumer advocates that are saying that these loot boxes are bad, they're evil, which they are, and the ESA continues to defend them. I think, I hope that the consumer side wins. Yes, I mean, I want to be a gamer. I like for those gaming companies to develop. But if you have gaming companies that keep speaking out their arses that loot boxes are surprise mechanics, that is a fun thing to do every time. Well, that's, you know, it's the equivalent of casinos. This is, I mean, again, I have to say it's worse than gambling. Because that little rarity item that's already in the game, and you lock these certain rare, quote unquote rare items here, that I have to say it here, and you lock it behind this premium loot box that has a minute chance of unlocking even with the most expensive loot boxes you get. Yeah, in the higher loot boxes you get a more of a chance of including a rarer item, but even but I think that, you know, I think the series they play out is the most rarest items are only unlocked for the most expensive loot boxes, and even expensive loot boxes you only have like a 0.00001 something % chance of unlocking. So, you know what? ESA and gaming publishers, you know, I think it's really time to confess to the gamers, say that we are done wrong here. We are promoting gambling to our minor kids, and start making more sensible stuff and start making more sensible approaches to monetizing the games. Third-party DLCs. How about Capcom reaching out to Nintendo and say, hey, I want to put Mega Man and the stuff like that and our franchises in a Mario game, or Mario Tennis, or Mario like that. Capcom makes the pie, Nintendo makes the pie. And therefore Capcom, you know what, that's extra money source income from there. What about if gamers make content, uploads puts that content under a fee like that, how much you want to put a price point up there. Like, okay, I made a level Mario Maker. I want to charge 50 cents for that Mario Maker. The subscribers pays 50 cents for the level, downloads it. I get like 35-40% 40 cents out of it, and Nintendo gets 10 to 15% out of this once. Yay, that's another thing of monetization. Why don't you think of that stuff? I mean, it's kind of repeat again and again and again when these new things coming up here. So, yeah. Once again, industry publishers, grow up. I think it's time to start, you know, treating your consumers like humans, not by numbers. That's what I have to say. JD out. How many times I have to say to them, time to confess to loot boxes.